if you're ready to get going, I'll just get started if that's cool with you.
Sure.
Awesome. So welcome to Candid Convo, guys. Today I'm hanging out with Zoe from Something Beginning with Z. She is an exceptional journalist, a writer, a copywriter, an editor, an author, and she's also a mental health advocate and a chronic pain warrior. Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be live with you.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Thanks so much for, joining us live. So you're currently writing a book. Tell us more. What motivated you to do that?
Sure. Well, yes, I'm about halfway through writing a book. It's on my town survival in the Black Summer bushfires of 2019-2020. I visited my hometown of Batemans Bay on New South Wales South Coast, and obviously we got hit by the fires and we had to evacuate and all that fun. And I was there covering it on the ground as a journalist, because where we were, lots of journalists couldn't get in because you were literally trapped by fire. So I was writing articles and doing all these things, and I just realized that there was so much that articles just couldn't capture. So I thought, hey, why not write a book? I've always wanted to write a book. I said that would be my dream, to write a book. So I guess I just felt this like burst of creativity that I had to do this, and I had to get these stories out. And it means so much to everyone that's told me their stories. So even though it has been a while and there are other books out that are similar now, I still think mine's very important, and I want to keep pushing it.
Yeah, awesome. That's really exciting. I'm hoping to have a read of it when it finally gets published, because I know it will. So I'm confident that it will. Yeah. You've been pitching it recently, so that's exciting.
Yep, I did my first pitch a week ago. So I have like this week to hear back from them, and if not, I have to assume it's a no. So that's crushing, but I guess I'll keep going. I'm not going to give up, and if all else fails, I will self-publish. One way or another, this book will get out there. Although publisher would definitely be a lot easier, just because they know about the publishing world and I don't really. I'm sure I can figure it out.
Yeah. Awesome. That's cool. So, like you were saying before, you're a journalist and you've been on the ground sharing about what happened during the bushfires. You also share about your own mental health journey and your chronic pain experiences. So, how have you found that writing has helped you and or others?
I mean, it definitely helps me. I feel like writing about something just helps you release it. And, you take something dark and painful and you can make it into something that can actually have an impact, whether that's educating someone about what you experience, raising awareness about the things that, really do change our lives as a result of whatever experiences we have, like mental health or chronic pain, as well as helping others just to know they aren't alone. So for me, it's like a release, and also knowing that I guess when I experience pain and everything else that comes along with that, you realize it's not just you experiencing this. So I like to write about it to help people that may not have the words to have the words. And I have been told by a fair few people that it really helps them feel seen. And, I get even one message about how it really helped them. I just, it's what keeps me going. I really hope that I can keep helping people by sharing.
Yeah, it was really validating for me to read the chronic pain article about business owners and being included in that, and hear that other people are running small businesses or even larger businesses with chronic pain. So thank you. I appreciate that opportunity as well. Yep, your writing is making a difference for people.
Thank you so much. That was amazing to see, just how we all had such similar experiences, but also are still kicking butt. So it's like, woohoo, go us. Pain can't stop us. I mean, maybe sometimes, but still get back up and keep on doing.
Yeah. I guess when you have chronic pain, people have a tendency to generalize, say really unhelpful things. What do you wish that people knew about chronic pain?
Oh my gosh, so much.
As much as you want. We've got time.
Woohoo! Well, I guess the main thing I want people to know is how much it impacts you. Like, even my own partner didn't realize, like, he knows I'm in pain, but he didn't realize the extent of that pain and the frequency of that pain, until I actually wrote a short story that explained my experiences of waking up in the morning, where like normally you'd be like, oh, what can I do today? But when you're in pain, it's more like, what will it let me do today? And sometimes that's nothing. And you just wish you could do something, but you can't. I wish that people just knew that it impacts everything. Like going to the shops is something that's really hard for me now. Cleaning my house is something that's very hard for me now. Even walking, you know, our energy is really precious. So we have to use it wisely. And sometimes that means that a lot of stuff that you want to do doesn't get done. It is quite hard and it's quite lonely, but just having support means a lot, I think. And even if you don't understand what we're experiencing, just believe us. And, you know, if you don't know how to help, ask, what can we do to help you? Like, for example, if someone loaded the dishwasher for me, I would be like, fantastic. I mean, I think anyone would probably be happy about that. But I guess when you're in pain, it's kind of more like, you know, having to do that would mean I might not be able to do this other work thing that earns me money. So it's just really tricky. And also, I think I really wish people knew about the medical hurdles you have to go through to be heard by a doctor, to be listened to actually get a diagnosis or to get a treatment. And that there are a lot of really subpar doctors out there that just don't really care or don't understand. And instead of just admitting, hey, I don't know, they just say, oh, it's in your head. And that is very, 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 very frustrating. And anyone, I think, with chronic pain probably has heaps of stories about how horrible some of the circumstances have been in the hospital system. Like, I was waiting 9 weeks for a specialist to get back to me to send me this medication. I had to call so many people, and like, it's always a lot of chasing this person, chasing that person, chasing that person. And it's also just super expensive to be unwell, because you've got to pay for those specialist appointments. You've got to use your energy, which means you can't use it on something else. And having that time taken away from you also means it's time you're not working. So makes it a bit harder. It makes you need to work more, but you're unwell, so you can't. It's just a bit of a vicious cycle. But I think if anyone wants to know more about chronic pain, the key is to listen to people with chronic pain. Read our lived experience stories. Like, Dr. Google doesn't really get it. Whereas reading an article written by someone or a video by someone with these conditions really does make a difference. Sorry.
That's so good. Yeah, I really appreciate what you said about other people not knowing about your experience until you've been able to explain it to them. So I recently got married, and my husband has been coming to appointments with me, and he's just like, wow, I can't believe the way you've been treated in these appointments. I've never been treated like this by medical professionals. So one of the tips I saw was take a man with you. So I was like, great, I've got a man now. I'll take him with me to all my appointments so that I get a little bit more respect, hopefully. But we shouldn't have to do that. It's not okay. Another point you put on was like the paperwork that's involved, and the admin, the disability admin, I think is what Carly Findlay calls it, which just takes up our whole life, filling out forms, and yeah, it's just a lot. So if you're going through this right now, we get it, we understand, and there are lots of other people who get it as well. Yeah,
it's frustrating.
Yeah, don't give up.
Yeah, especially when you're providing the same information over and over and over and over and over again. It's just like, can someone please just read my file? So it is a frustrating experience. So if anyone else is going through it, we feel you.
Yes, 100%. 100%. What's something you'd like people who are potential writers or copywriters or authors to know that you'd like to encourage them with? Sorry, I butchered that question.
So sorry, I got something in my throat now.
It's all good.
I think anyone that has an interest in writing, particularly anyone that has pain or any other kind of disability that might act as, I guess, a little bit of a barrier to you, I want to say that you can do it. Like, if you want to write, if you want to create, don't think about all the reasons why you shouldn't. Think about, you know, if this is what calls to you in your heart and you love the power of words, go for it. Yes, it is a little bit harder when you have pain and mental illness, and some days you won't be able to work, and you'll beat yourself up about that. But don't. You just have to listen to your body and be kind to yourself. Treat yourself how you would treat your best friend going through this, because I find we're really harsh to ourselves. Like if I can't do work one day, I feel terrible about myself and I feel so guilty for resting, but we shouldn't feel guilty for resting. It helps us be better, and there's so many benefits to just stopping and reevaluating everything and making sure that you're looked after first. In terms of practical tips, I think just, figure out what kind of writing you want to do. I didn't always know what I wanted to do from the start. I did actually say I wanted to be an author back when I was, I think my whole life. But I chose journalism, and then I jumped into copywriting later, and then I jumped into government communications. And there's just so much you can do. So just give it a try. And if you want to be a journalist, for example, a great way to get started is to look at publications that you're interested in writing for and see what kind of things you might want to write that you could, low power mode, had to press the button. But yeah, just give it a go. And there are plenty of groups online too that you can get support. Like there's the Young Australian Writers on Facebook, which is brilliant. I can't remember the exact title, but there is one for disabled, chronically ill people. I think Kelly Finley actually runs it, which is amazing, on Facebook. That is such a great group. As well as like freelancing. The Freelance Jungle is awesome. And if you want to learn like copywriting for something, I can highly recommend the Clever Copywriting School by Kate Toon. I joined that to learn how to make my copywriting a business, and it made such a huge difference. So there are all these things out there that can help you. And, if I can do it, anyone can, I guess. There will be a lot of rejection. There will be a lot of no's. There'll be a lot of times you're thinking, oh no, I'm just terrible. And there'll even be some times that you write things and maybe it misses the mark a little bit. But that's okay. You keep going because you know this is what you want to do. And so do it. That's my advice.
Awesome. I love it. Would it be okay if when I post this on IGTV, you added some of those groups to the comments? So just like if they've got an Instagram, add the handle. Is that okay?
Yeah, I don't quite know if all of them have Instagrams. I know the Clever Copywriting School does, but I can add links to Facebook. Also, I'm terribly sorry about my coughing fit earlier. That is the worst time to get a little scratch in your throat.
Are you okay?
I just breathe wrong. Yeah, I'm okay. I just, my body really it's not happy with me.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Chronic illness.
And sorry?
I said chronic illness. Woo.
Yes. So, and if anyone else has any tips, they're welcome to share them in the comments as well on this live of, anywhere writers can go to get some great tips on, how to start out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, I'm planning on producing, I was just going to say, I was planning on creating a couple of resources for young writers eventually. So if anyone wants support or, what do I do? Feel free to message me and get in touch, and I'll try and write something that helps support that a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah, sounds good. So, perfectly into my plug, go and follow Something Beginning with Z to see more of Zoe's work as a writer and a mental health advocate and a chronic pain warrior. And if you've got something going on in your life and you'd like support, click on the link in my bio and you can book a free discovery call with me. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out, Zoe. It's been great chatting with you and getting this organized. And really appreciate the words of wisdom you've shared with us today and your experiences. Hope you have a chill afternoon.
Oh, thanks so much. I hope my words help. You have a great afternoon too.
Awesome. And thanks for everyone who's joined us live and people who are watching later. We apologize for any mistakes in the captions. That is Instagram's job. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.
Bye.